ready for this. Since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta play my face.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's week 2 of the
first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
Not only did Ryan Tannehill resurrect his career in 2019, he may now serve as a blueprint for quarterbacks looking for a second opportunity. He moved from Miami to Tennessee, took over the starting job from Marcus Mariota in Week 7 last year, and wound up leading the NFL in quarterback rating. And the Titans went 8-3 in his 11 starts, snuck into the playoffs, and went to the AFC Championship game. His future is bright in Nashville, and he expects to be the starter there for many years to come.
number 22.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Miles Jack.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 15 carries, 61 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Ryan Tannehill sacked. An 8-yard.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the first down with that throw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser.
Tannehill's pass.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That was good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tannehill. And that's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
The throw over the middle taken in. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown Titans. Julio Jones. his second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken in the end zone, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags, and they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll run it. This is James Robinson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On second down now. It's Robinson, and he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Titans 7, Jaguars 0.
2nd and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 3.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
2nd and 5.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken at the 23. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And out will come the offense as they take over. Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. We often give credit to the O-line. There, two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill.
Jaguars 35-yard line.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
Nice play on the ball. He comes up with the reception. He had a terrific 2019 as a rookie. The first one since 1970 to go over 1,000 yards receiving and average over 20 yards per catch.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Tannehill. The left side completion to Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Tannehill throwing again. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Rosas' kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Titans 10, Jaguars nothing.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Their own 31-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Short pass, Eifert on the receiving end.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and
firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
36-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
10. Jaguars 3.
So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard. So
time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. Well, the white flag coming out as they line has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Robinson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. following the pickup of 4. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. It makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
On 1st down, it's Henry. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 more on that one and another first down.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the 2nd level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And here comes Reynolds as they try the jet sweep. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
The throw right sideline here is complete and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Running from the gun with Henry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And Jones has it over the middle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Derrick Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
It's a gain of 3. And the Jaguar
back to throw now on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Robinson. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
And 1 at the 40.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. He'll drop this down to Peterson. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Josh Lambo now for the point after. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Titans are going to come up with it. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And Tannehill's going to hang on to this. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And they take a knee.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Titans, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they'll drop to 0-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.